Welcome to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're working on this Montana fifth wheel. It has the InCommand touch panel system in it, and the touchpad is dead. Surprisingly enough, the gentleman replaced the touch panel in 2022. They sent him a new one, and he put it in because it's just plug and play. And it wasn't the touch panel at all. It was he had bad batteries, so he replaced the batteries, and that fixed him up. So he has two touch panels. He has already changed the touch panel. That's not it. He says the batteries are brand new in April. This is April. So we're gonna check the batteries real quick, make sure he didn't get a bad battery because he replaced both. And then we are going to go to he says they call it a BCM, a body control module. It's the big board in that storage compartment where all the good stuff happens. We're gonna start checking powers and grounds to see why we have no display. So let me get set up here. Let's go check the batteries real quick. I'm going to unplug the RV, and we'll check the batteries with it unplugged, and then we will plug it back in, and we'll make sure that the converter's working good, make sure the batteries are charging. The lighting's weird here today, light coming through that tree. Let me get all set up. Let's get started. Alright, I did unplug the coach from the AC power. So, I'm going to put, here's what's coming out of the batteries right now. 12.2. Okay. I'm going to put a load tester on this. See what the load tester says. My battery load tester. Let's put a load on it. It's not so good. After doing that load test, it's already pulled the batteries down half a volt, or 5/10 of a volt. Oh. Off camera, we took the cover off the batteries, unhooked the batteries, checked them individually. They load tested a little on the weak side, but they were identical. So I don't think we'd have two bad batteries. I think what was going on was the gentleman didn't have one of these battery disconnects on, so it wasn't charging these batteries. Now we've got the plug back in, the battery disconnect is closed, and we're over 13 volts and climbing. Should go to about 13.4. While I'm here, there's two breakers over here. I want to check and make sure that we have power on both of those. Since we're right here, and it'll just take a second. 13.1, 13.1, 13.1, 13.1. Okay, so those breakers are good. They're not open. So now, just for grins and giggles, since we've got the batteries are charging and everything, let's just go in and look at the display, or the touch panel, I should say. Okay. All right. Still no display. Let's go to the BCM and start checking powers there. Now, the reason I was checking those batteries is because there's not a lot of information out there on YouTube about this InCommand system, but one of the the big things, and the customers already experienced this, if you don't have good batteries, this thing is not going to work. Even though your converter is working, you have to have good batteries for this thing to work. Now, went in the belly and took the cover off the, what they call the BCM, audio control module, and I could not see the power and ground from there to this touch panel. Well, we pulled the touch panel off the wall, and there's just 2 wires, a positive and negative. So I am going to test those wires with my meter and see if we have power coming up here. There's no way I can hold my meter or my probes and the light and all that, so y'all just gonna have to trust me. 1 volt. Well, there's why the touch panel's not working. It's only got 1 volt. I don't know. Say there was nothing marked down there at the BCM for this, so I'm gonna have to go in there and see if we got a bad fuse or something somewhere. I mean, it's green, a white wire with green trace and white wires. There is a number 2 on those wires. It's printed on the wire. I know no way in the world I could ever get you a shot of that, but it does have a number 2. So let's go look at the cover for the BCM and see if there's a number 2 anywhere. So there's just nothing marked on this legend for the output to that touch panel. Here's our BCM. I see no fuses whatsoever. Some kind of little micro switch there. And I don't see where the outputs are. These are some switches so you cut stuff on and off. The jacks are not controlled through this. Apparently the awning is not either, because it's turned off. Well, I don't know why we don't have any power. I don't know why we don't have power up there to the touch panel. I might have to get somebody a call. Alright, well, I'll talk to a person at InCommand, AES Electronics.
ASA?
ASA Electronics, thank you. I knew it was some letters. And this...
They're the ones that keep telling me to
reset the
BCM.
Yeah. Power for this touch panel comes from the coach. It does not come from the BCM. So we got power and ground here that goes up, and we got power and ground that goes down. So I'm assuming the one that goes down comes down here somewhere. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on. We know it's a green and white wire, and it's got a number 2 on it.
You just killed everything.
Well, there it is. There's number 2 wire. Yeah, I had to take the wire loose so I could see the number.
Yeah, you gave me power back to right here.
Well, that should bear power going up there. You know what? Let's make sure the ground is good. I don't understand why that light works though. That light shouldn't work. Wouldn't think.
I wouldn't.
Oh, it's a ground issue. We got power. Just no ground up here. So we've lost a ground wire somewhere. Alright, been doing some checking here. The number 2 wire down in the converter also runs a light, at least one light in the slide out, and it works. Then I got checking ground. We've got no ground up here at the touch panel. We've got, if I get a ground down here and go to power up here at the touch panel, we got power. So we have lost our ground wire for the touch panel. So I'm gonna pull this converter out of the wall, and because all the ground wires should be back in there, and see if I can see what's going on. Okay, pulled the converter out so I could get to the ground wire bus bar back here. I hooked my meter up to the bus bar, and a fan came on that hadn't been on. Oh, then we had a display on the touch panel. Now we don't. Something's going on with that ground bus bar back there. What? Not real sure, but there's something going on there. So I'm gonna start checking all those connections. Y'all see what I'm talking about. It's where all your 12-volt grounds come into. So yeah, let me see what I find, because I can't put y'all back in there in my hands at the same time. Well folks, we ended up just running a new ground wire from that DC ground bus bar up through the wall, up to here, and just hooked into our ground wires on our touch panel, and everything seems to be working. Not only was it the ground for the touch panel, but it was these lights, and also a light over here in the slide out. So we're gonna give it a few minutes here, and we're gonna start buttoning up, because there was nothing consistent about it. Nothing made sense. Twice, all I done was took my clamp for my meter and put it on the bus bar, and everything would come to life, and then it would go away. And we've wiggled all these wires, because it was a bit of a chore running that wire up through that wall. We've wiggled everything, and it never came back on, because we left these lights on so we could see, you know, if it come back to life, and it didn't. So we just had to run new ground. Like I say, right now looks like it's fixed. So we got a lot of stuff to button back up, because I've been a lot of places today. So like I say, we're just gonna start buttoning up and make sure it still works. And you know, I'll be here probably another 20-30 minutes, and if it works that long, I mean, that's better than it has been. So I'll let y'all know what happens here in just a little bit. Well, I learned some stuff today. I was really surprised that touchpad does not get its power from the BCM. But it gets its power from the coach, and then it talks to the BCM through Bluetooth. Now, he did tell me that's an earlier version. Some of the later versions do have a communication cable between the two, but not this one. So I just never really expected, I mean, it was a shock to find a bad ground wire. Because actually, I mean, there was essentially 2 ground wires. Now, only one of them might have went down to that bus bar, that ground bus bar. But yeah, I mean, it's just weird. It's probably been a good half hour. You might hear the air conditioner. I got the fan on. I turned a bunch of lights on, turned the fan on, and while we were buttoning everything up, nothing failed. So we're gonna have to call this a win. So if you are having trouble with your touch panel and your InCommand system, might just go ahead and check power and ground at the touch panel first, because if I'd have done that, it would have saved a little trouble. It would have saved messing with the batteries and all that. But we learned some stuff about the batteries and the disconnects as well. So if you waste a little time but you learn something, did you really waste time? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, you know, I may not remember this because I'll be working on a completely different camper next time, but at least the customer should remember this about his camper. And if he has any more issues in the future, it'll probably help him to fix it himself. So that's all I got for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Go to the Amazon store, links down below. We'll catch you next time.